Welcome back guys, this is Vishu from Savagecamp, and in this video we are going to look at JSON. So if you don't know, JSON is something that you will be using a lot as you progress in your career, because basically every data that is being sent through and forth in any API call or anywhere that you need to send data over the internet, a JSON object is used, and JSON stands for JavaScript Object Notation. It's a very lightweight way to transfer data between the source and destination, and you will know why once we start using this. So Python has a default module for JSON, and you can just import it. You don't need to install it. It's going to be there by default. And I have this data that I got from a website which gives me like the temperatures, and you will see this is a very big line because it has temperatures from the 20th century, which means that it starts from 1901 to 2000, and this looks pretty ugly right now. And what this is called a dictionary, and we are going to convert this into a string to print it out. So to do that, I will do jdata is equal to JSON dot, and then we have dumps over here. This dumps is going to take a JSON object, and then it is going to print it in a string format. So now if I do print jdata and I do a print of type of jdata, let's see what we get. So if I print this, we get the whole JSON data that we have in a string format. And the reason it became string from this dictionary, like I can also show you print type of actual data that we had, not the JData, which is the dumps. So if I run this, you will see the actual data is dictionary. JSON objects are usually in a dictionary format. And at the end, we also have this JData, which is a string. Now this looks pretty ugly. Like you cannot understand anything in here because it's all messed up. And that is why we have a different option in JSON.dumps, which is indent. So if I do indent is equal to 4, this is going to make our code more readable. So you can keep this as 2, it will leave 2 spaces from here. And if you do 4 is the default indentation even in Python. So it's actually good if you keep it as 4, and it makes it more readable. Now you can see what our data set is about. And then we also have one more option, which is sort keys is equal to true. Now if I do a sort keys, the keys over here is description and data. So right now description is at that first place, data is at the second place. Let's run this and see what we get. So now description has come in the bottom, and if I scroll up, data is at the top because we sorted the keys. I don't want to sort the keys, so I will remove it and I will add a separator. Now this separator has 2 options. Now the way we are separating this is a colon and a comma. What I will do is create a separator needs 2 values, one value to separate this and the second value to separate this. So here I am going to do a hashtag and I'm going to do a $sign. This will help us see what it is separating. So now the $sign which we put at the end is going to be the separator between these items. So if I want this to be a separator, I will do a colon and a space. Now we get the values properly. It's colon and a space, and at the end there's a hashtag. So I will make this a comma and run this, and now I have a much better view. So I think that is enough for this video. This is a basic introduction to JSON. It is in a dictionary format. JSON.dumps will take the JSON or object or a dictionary. You can specify how much indentation you want, and you can specify the separators. There's also a value with ASCII, ensure ASCII, which will keep the ASCII characters, but we don't want to get into that right now. I think this is good for beginning with JSON. In the next video, we are going to use the dump function, not dumps. There's also one more called dump, which is used to write into a file. So we will use that dumps function in the next video. So that's it guys, and I will see you guys in the next video.